So if you're in the market for a new bow this year, let's talk. Welcome back to Bullets and Brass, folks. Today we are talking about the Bear Paradigm. It is a roughly $630, $640 bow that is being offered at mainstream providers. You don't have to go to a pro shop. You can go to Bass Pro. I'm guessing you can probably go to Academy. I'm not positive about that. At that price point, it's like a third, half at the least of anything from Matthews, Hoyt, Elite, Prime, PSE on their upper end stuff. Like it's a cheap bow for what you're getting. Now let's talk about that, because what are you getting? Bear does make lower end products as well, but they do have a premium line. The Legend series is nicer bows. They're sold in pro shops. They tend to start in the lower mid tier and go up. The Paradigm fits at the upper end of that, but with cheaper options. So for example, they didn't throw in some expensive components. It's got basic limb pockets and so on. This is not a bow that is going to be like, oh my God, it's so cool and flashy. On the other hand, the key components, the things that make it work well, excellent. This is a bow that has the front Picatinny rail to mount a sight on. It has the rear grooves. It's not a Picatinny rail, but it's a dovetail system for a rest. You have the traditional holes, but it has the latest and greatest setup for putting mounts on. You have an adjustable guide rod. It can pivot to be closer or further out from the bow, and that's important. Minimizing your torque on the bow means that you get better results. Your arrows fly more true. But you don't want to overdo that, because then you'll have contact, which means you need something adjustable. Now, is this beautiful and lovely and super engineered? No, you just freaking screw it in tighter to keep it from moving. But it works. It's that simple. It works. I've set up a number of these bows and shot quite a few arrows, let's say. And the bow shoots wonderfully. It is a mid-speed bow by modern standards at 333 feet per second IBO. Now, let's be real, that's a mid-speed bow, right? But that's still plenty fast. If you're comparing that to state-of-the-art high-end bows, it's a little on the slower side. Compared to a state-of-the-art bow from a while back, it's fast. It is a pretty quiet bow. It is not, top-of-the-line Matthews or Hoyt quiet, but it's $649. I'll take it, or $629, something in there. And just in general, the bow, it feels good. It is a smooth draw coming back. It is a reasonably comfy bow to use. I didn't have anything where I was like, oh, I don't like that, I don't like that. Now, if you don't like Bear grips, you can wrap it with something if you would like, but it is a pretty typical Bear metal grip. There's no over grip like on the adapts. I like that. I actually prefer that. That's how I like my grips. So it works for me. If it doesn't work for you, it is a relatively easy thing to fix. It shoots really, really well. It just does. It isn't a bow where you're like, oh, I don't know if I can make that shot. No, it will. If you can't make that shot, it's you, not the bow. Which is true of a lot of modern bows. They are all better than we are. I'm a pretty damn good shot. Even the cheap bows can probably outshoot me once they're set up right. So if you are in the market for a new bow and you don't want to spend Matthews money, you don't think that is worthwhile, which it's like buying cars. You can buy a Honda Civic and get to and from work just fine, go get your groceries and do all that, or you can buy a Ferrari. If you have the money and you want a Ferrari, you do you, but it didn't get you to the grocery store any better. So if you're looking at archery as a way to put meat in the freezer and enjoy being in the outdoors, and you are not wrapped up in your equipment being, premium, I think this is an outstanding bow. I used to be a huge fan, I still am, but I've transferred my loyalty a little bit, was a huge fan of the Bear Legit. I thought the Bear Legit at like $419, $429 really was the peak of budget. I just want to go hunting kind of bows. I think the extra $200 is worth it. I think that in the grand scheme of things, $200 is minor for the equipment you're going to need to go hunting, and it is a significantly better bow, but maybe not if it's your first one. The Legit is really good as a first bow. The Paradigm, you might want to have already got some experience under your belt. It's not a non-forgiving bow, but it isn't as forgiving as a Legit. There's a little more demand on you to make a good shot, but then it really rewards you for it. So, that is that. We're going to run through some pictures. We're going to show you some of these features, but otherwise, enjoy, guys. Take it easy, have fun, stay safe, and keep shooting. And just remember, archery season's coming up quick, so if you are switching bows, if you're switching releases, you are running out of time, guys.